Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network both are garbage and filth in this new generation. And also, which network had the best cartoons and animation? Let's get the ball rolling. Okay, first and foremost, as we know, a lot of us loved Nickelodeon. Me personally, Nickelodeon was on point. I loved everything Nickelodeon made. Well, the majority of what Nickelodeon made I liked. But the problem now with Nickelodeon is that they have way, way too much live action shows. Way too many. No one cares about Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn. That new Alvin and the Chipmunks thing is garbage. The Rabbids, I don't even know who thought that was a good idea. I need to run Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network because apparently they don't know what they're doing. They're incompetent and they're dumb. All right, first of all. And what is the other one? The Thundermans and whatnot. Even though the girl from the Thundermans is kind of cute. But anyway, that's not the point. The point of the matter is this: Nickelodeon, they have too many live action shows. I remember I used to sit down, come rushing home from school, trying to finish my homework, watch me some Invader Zim, watch me some Danny Phantom. Now when I come in from college or whatnot, basically all I do is I see Nickelodeon on and I just put on my Wii. I don't even bother with it anymore, because there's nothing to watch on there. The only thing I watch on Nickelodeon is SpongeBob. And I know people, the good episodes of SpongeBob, the funny ones, the ones we all grew up on, not this new stuff, And that's another thing. The Nickelodeon is relying too heavily on SpongeBob. Literally, I wake up in the morning, 15, 20, 40 episodes of SpongeBob running the whole block. The whole block is SpongeBob. Alright, if they're going to run the whole block marathon of SpongeBob, make it the good episodes, make it the classics. But there's no new shows on there. And it's horrible. Horrible. That there's nothing good on there. And it saddens me because, growing up watching Nickelodeon, we all used to love it. And to see what they have become, it's just heartbreaking. But I don't know. Well, I have seen some new shows that Nickelodeon is trying to come out with. And this one called The Loud House, it actually shows some promise. There's some potential there. And the animation looks pretty well. Also, now in regards to Cartoon Network, I don't watch Cartoon Network at all. I stopped watching Cartoon Network decades ago. Because I seen that Cartoon Network started slipping up and they didn't know what they was doing. After Teen Titans went off, my Cartoon Network days is over. I never watched Cartoon Network after Teen Titans went off. Because there was nothing to look forward to. Kids Next Door was off. Now they're trying to reboot the Powerpuff Girls to try and save the network. No. I have nothing against the Powerpuff Girls. I like the Powerpuff Girls. But to bring it back, that's the problem with bringing shows back. Normally when you bring a show back, it loses its luster. So hopefully the Powerpuff Girls doesn't lose its luster and maybe I'll watch Cartoon Network again. But if the show is going to suck, then I'm not watching it. But as far as animation goes, hands down, Cartoon Network had the better animated cartoons. Hands down. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, good animation. Ed, Edd and Eddy, a unique style of animation. Teen Titans, good animation. But Nickelodeon has the classic cartoons. Because Nickelodeon's animation was pretty basic, really. Look at the Wild Thornberrys. That was pretty basic. And Nickelodeon was alright when it comes to animation. But I do give them Legend of Korra and Avatar. Two top-notch shows. So, when it comes to animation, Cartoon Network. When it comes to classics, Nickelodeon. Not to say that Cartoon Network doesn't have classics either, because I love Dexter. That was definitely my favorite program growing up. But I don't know, in order to save the network, something new needs to be done on both networks. Nickelodeon used to pride themselves on being the first kids network. How are they the first kids network and there's nothing on there that's really good? And I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you know, you're older now," but that doesn't mean that Nickelodeon doesn't have something that I can't watch. You know, Nickelodeon needs to have something that appeals to at least almost just about everybody. You know, I understand that the kids are the main market, but what about the people who grew up watching your network to get you this far in the first place? Same thing goes to Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network has garbage on the network. Garbage on the network. And nobody sees a problem with this. Nobody sees a problem with this. And then who was it? Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network tried to get Dragon Ball Z Kai. If you're not gonna do Dragon Ball Z right, don't put it on your block. Don't do it. Just don't. Messing up Dragon Ball Z Kai. Anybody want to see that nonsense? People want to see the original Dragon Ball Z blood gushing, not some edited crap. Okay? Nobody wants to see that. And the thing also too about Nickelodeon is that Nickelodeon is soft, because even during the Legend of Korra, Nickelodeon not only cut the funding for it, but also when the creators of the show pitched the idea, Nickelodeon said it can't be too violent. What's a little violence? I mean, if the show was rated for 14 and up, 14-year-olds should know about death. 14-year-olds should know about people's heads getting sliced off. You know, that's the thing about Nickelodeon. They're soft. They are soft. I mean, come on. Who cares if there's some killing? I mean, Disney basically has killing in their movies, and we know that people get killed in the movies. We know people get killed. It seems that Disney is pushing the boundaries, and if anything, Disney is more kid-friendly than both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, but yet Disney seems to always push the boundaries. And it amazes me that Nickelodeon was always ahead of Disney Channel until that year in 2013, I think it was, that Nickelodeon seen a nosedive in their ratings and revenue. I wonder why. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, it's the same thing. Get good programming on the network. That's what you gotta do. Get good programming on the network. If I ran both networks, I would tell the creators of the show, if you're not coming out with anything that's action, mystery, and, you know, heart-pounding action, then get it off the network. Because nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. That's all I have to say.